welcome. Today we're going to be installing a Spectre cold air intake in a 2011 Chevy Avalanche 5.3 Vortec. The kit's just off Amazon. It's got a lot of good reviews online. So let's open this baby up. We got our item list here. We got our connections, rubber. I feel like good quality. We have our heat seal and hose, clamps, our tube, aluminum. There it is. Our shield and the filter. Not a whole lot to it. Let's see why people don't want to pay $400, $500, whatever the Canon is. Pretty simple stuff. So you will need a couple things to do this. Here is what they say. So not a ton, but if you don't have a Torx are a little less common. So this particular model just has rubber connection point under there, and there we go. So step one, remove the cover. Disconnect the hoses, be firm with it, and that should come out if you're loose enough here. So just a quick note, you will want to actually remove the cover that goes up top here, because this is all part of the assembly. So there's this little guy here, kind of fits on this post. Once you get that up, you can disconnect this, and then disconnect this, and we're free. So we remove the breather tube is the next step. There's a small little clip. You can see this here. This clip needs to be pressed down. So once this goes this direction here, you should be able to pull it straight off. So there we go, we got the breather tube off. As you can see, this just kind of clips down and you can go straight out. Your next step is to remove the Airbox. You don't have to do this, but I've taken the cover off. And here is the Airbox. You should be able to just pull up and loosen.
Ew! Ew, what? Bug.
So now we're going to remove the clip from the mass airflow sensor. So we're going to remove this. Then install in the new Spectre intake. So when you take this off, just be careful you don't ruin anything in here. This is where all the measurements happen, so very important not to mess those up, or else you'll buy a new one. So we will very carefully take that out. Something that I noticed on my unit here is there's a couple metal burrs. I'll be cleaning that up, and I would suggest that you do too if you have the opportunity, because you don't want those in your engine, obviously. All right, so we got these unwrapped, and it's nice quality. This is kind of like a heat-resistant black paint. It's not super light, but let's be honest, if you're driving one of these, installed. As you can see here, there's a short side and a long side. Short side goes onto the engine, and then don't forget your clamp, but don't tighten yet. Just make sure you install it. The intake tube. Don't forget your clamp for the other end, too, actually. We'll have to adjust this when things are all tight. We'll pull this through and get the hose clamp on there, but now we're going to take the hose. And now, the pièce de résistance.
Ow!
So here it is. Finally. It fits. It fits well. It just took a while. So I thought originally that there would be a lot of heat that came from the engine bay when it was running and may have, you know, kind of seeped through. But if you take a look here, I've only shut this once. Like, I just shut this. And that is tight. It's one time. So, not too concerned.